Hey, beauty, come on in. Welcome, welcome. It's a beautiful Monday morning here in Rochester, New York. It's quite cloudy, but there's a beauty to it. I learned years ago to look for beauty everywhere, and this area, because of the lake effect, we get a lot of clouds this time of year throughout the winter. They bring a lot of snow sometimes, but wherever you are, take a moment to look around. You have entered tapping into calm. We're just going to take a moment to step away from the hectic day and the frenetic thoughts in our brains and tap into calm. This is known as the daily tap. And I come to you weekdays as often as I can. And we're using the emotional freedom technique, EFT tapping, to bring us out of that frenetic thoughts, spinning in our minds, to relax into our body. And we're using an affirmation inspired by an oracle card to tap in some of that beautiful peace and calm. So knowing that tapping is a potent mind-body tool that helps you relieve stress, relax your nervous system, allow your body to heal itself, release emotional and physical pain, give you clarity, so much more. And the affirmations, of course, we're connecting with our higher selves, our higher power, the conscious universe, to bring in whatever message is meant for us today. So we pull a card for the collective, asking we receive the message that was meant for us. And you can add your own intention with that. Keep that open-ended, what do I need to know kind of stuff. And remember that it's timeless. So whether you're listening live or you find it on the replay or even a month from now on my YouTube channel, you will receive the message that's meant for you. And as I always say, you may find it in the image, the colors, the figures, and then from the guidebook, a word, a sentence, a phrase. Take what you need, leave the rest for others. All right. And remember, all you need is responsibility for your well-being. Please reach out if anything comes up for you. And you have power in your fingertips. So tap along with me, tapping where I tap. Say what I say and see how you feel. So just check in right now with how you're feeling, how much stress you're holding in your body. Notice where that is and how intense it might feel. Today I have it kind of, it's at the back, kind of the back of my heart, which is often where we go when we're journaling inward. And you're into that inner space, but there's some sort of tenseness at that, below the shoulder blade, more at the bottom, kind of back of the lung, back of the heart there. Just feeling tense. How about you? Aches, pains, discomfort, unease, shortness of breath, rapid heartbeat, nausea. All right, feel into it and how intense does it feel? All right, so today, this is Priestess of Light Oracle, Sandra Ann Taylor, Kimberly Weber. Spectacular image. I always feel like we've gone on safari. On the inner part of the box, I can see it, but my light is getting dim because I'm using window light like I always do, but it's getting darker. Become your own priestess of light. Celebrate your eternal power in the sacred ceremony that is your life. So let's see what it has to say today. What do we need to know for the highest good and greatest joy of all? Okay, so today we have calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. Take a moment to look at this image. We do have the full moon approaching. And watch our hands, right? So in this moment, as I read the message in the guidebook, if you're able, I invite you to cross your hands over your heart chakra, which is right there at the breastbone. And, we always say the heart's a little further over to the left, but, the chakra is right in the center. Try to get your fingertips below the collarbone. So that little bump and out and down. That indentation is where the collarbone points are. I always say collarbone points, that's where they are. I find it interesting that in this image on the screen, they're really off. They are level. But when I find mine, it's really funny. That's where it is. But just cross your hands, and you can even cross your thumbs there if you wish, but place the fingertips at those points underneath. And as I read this, just breathe in and out and alternate your fingers tapping on those points like a butterfly. And if you can, try to breathe in for 4 and out for 6. At your own pace, breathing out a little longer than you breathe in. Inhale, exhale, okay? So I'm going to hold this up and read this, and if you're able, tap along that way. That is going to bring you down quite quickly as we go into, all right, let me, making sure you can see this, okay. Calming the waters. You can see she's standing right by the water there. Okay, so this is peaceful self-regulation. This high priestess of light brings her deeper powers of healing energy to the earth and to your life. The elk antlers she wears on her golden crown act as antenna. They receive guidance and power from universal light, which she then channels into the earth and the waters below. And remembering that water is crystal, water is light. Crystals are light. Water is light. And she's channeling that even brighter light into the water. Her peaceful intentions are of balance and alignment. As she brings peace to the planet, she also calls you to calm the waters within your own life. It's time for you to take an honest look at your daily energy. Are things too hectic for you to maintain a calm approach to your tasks? You may feel you have no control, but you can and must regulate the pace of your everyday activities, always devoting some time to your own peaceful priorities. The waters of life run deep, and there are often deeper personal lessons than you may be aware of. You do have the ability to be self-directed, set boundaries, create balance, and stay calm and spirit connected, even in the middle of personal or professional storms. In the face of unending and sometimes frantic demands of life, this card is telling you to stop and trust in the unwavering truth of your soul's universal connection. Your peaceful yet profound faith will calm the swirling waters and bring the blessed resolutions you desire. And I would always say, stop, breathe, and tap, even just briefly on the collarbone, side of the hand, or through all the points. Breathe and tap. What that does is instantly bring you out of your spinning thoughts and into your body and allow some peace. Okay, so let's do some affirming tapping. And we can stop with the butterfly if you haven't already. It will tap through the points beginning at the eyebrow. I have, side of the eye, the infinite source, under eye, of peace, under nose, and calm, chin, within me, collarbones. I direct my life, underarm, with balance, top of the head, each day. Let's come back to the collarbones and stay here, and we'll repeat this one more time. I have the infinite source of peace and calm within me. I direct my life with balance each day. At the third eye, so it is, amen. Shake it out. So anytime you start to get those spinning thoughts, first of all, notice it and just stop and take a breath. I will often, I gravitate to the collarbones, one hand or both, or over the heart. And you can even just rub that. You don't have to tap it. So it's whatever feels comfortable. And sometimes this can be tender. So be very, very light, or choose another spot. And just tune into it and ask, what do I need to know right now? What is this about, right? This is what I specialize in when you come to me for the coaching. And there is a very magical thing that happens when you start to tune in. You never know what's going to come up, but it's always the thing that you're meant to hear. So I invite you to take care of yourself, to remember you are loved. I see your beauty. I see your light.